right, we got Bob. He got his first bull, baby. First bull, and it's a stud. Rick with the epic beard, he got his first bull, baby.
All right.
Couple cow calls, came in on the string. I need another pack horse.
Last year, during the Mountain Archery Fest events, a combination mule deer, coos deer archery hunt was given away and to be guided by Antler Canyon Outfitters in Arizona. The winner of the hunt, Dave, opted to focus on stalking muleys in the desert.
I thought a bow hunt in January where it's nice and warm, I'm in. The plan is we're going to head down over to the north. We're going to come down into the wash. At that point, we're going to listen for Toby's instruction as to what the deer are doing, and then we'll finalize our plans from there.
As Dave and Toby's dad were circling to prepare their stalk on a buck, Toby radioed to let them know a huge buck was working the ridge right to them.
This big buck is still just cruising for the end of the ridge, Dad.
They were in the perfect position for an ambush.
He's right below the cedar, 20 yards. You better start getting ready. He's going to be in range.
The buck worked its way into 38 yards. He could sense something wasn't right, but before the buck could clear the prickly pear cactus to give Dave a shot opportunity, the buck decided to turn and make his escape. On the final morning of the hunt, Toby and Dave found themselves glassing the vast desert for a shooter buck. It didn't take Toby very long to find one.
You seen him, Dave? Big, heavy 4x4.
He's got a kicker and a drop tine, and double eye guards on one side.
While making his trek across the drainage, Dave is unaware that a second buck has entered the scene, and the split-brow, drop-tine buck does not want any company.
Oh, they're getting ready to square off. Holy moly, they're fighting. They're getting after it. This is sweet. I think they're stuck together. Oh. This is wild.
Unfortunately, Dave was not nearby because this fight would have presented the perfect distraction for Dave to close a distance in a hurry. Toby stayed in the glass and tracked the buck after the fight broke up. He then guided Dave into the area where the buck was.
If you came out on the rocks, he'd be about 40 to 50 down, but probably 100 yards over to the left in the shade.
Once Dave made it to the area where the buck was hiding, he was picked off by a couple does. As they spooked, Dave was able to sneak off a shot at about 110 yards, but he missed.
I just took like 110-yard shot at this buck over here that I was busted.
Dave continued on the stalk. The buck worked its way back towards Dave.
The buck's just hit the bottom. He's coming in front of you, Dave. The buck is right in front of you, just hit the bottom. He's walking to your left.
However, there was just enough vertical relief in the landscape preventing Dave from seeing the buck. Following directions from Toby on the radio, Dave pursued the buck out of view and to the other side of the ridge.
I could get 60 yards from him, but he would never. We always had cedars in between us.
All hunters got to get used to failure.
Yes.
But when you do have success, it makes
Makes
all
it that much sweeter. Yeah, you did a good job for me.
Fred Bear once said, "If you consider an unsuccessful hunt to be a waste of time, then the true meaning of the chase eludes you altogether. It's not just the chase. It's the smell of the mountains. It's the warmth of the sunrise. It's the camaraderie of companions. It's the passion to conserve. We are bow hunters, and this is our common ground."